Inspiration Wednesday, so I'm gonna get started taping my seams here. And then I'll get my gesso out and assuredly put too much gesso on the pages. And then I'll come back once I've got the whole book taped and gessoed. Just a little trick, so before I gesso, I have all these pages stuck together. So if you have a palette knife, this one happens to be an extremely large one, but you can kind of stick it into the pages. And this way you're not ripping anything because you can kind of like a letter opener unstick them. So it's really good for like thinner pages too. So these ones are super thick and they probably wouldn't damage too much, but if you had thinner pages that you were painting and were stuck together, they'd stick. So just a little tip to get your pages unstuck. So I'm really kind of loving the collage thing, and that's, my mind keeps kind of reeling in that. So I'm just gonna go with it, and I love to paint, yes, but sometimes just, you know, changing up what you normally do for a little while kind of gives you a little bit more confidence going in, makes you think different ways about things. So I kind of want to do a heart, but have like, peel it back and make it grungy and have something underneath. So I took out some book text. So Eat, Pray, Love is one of my favorite books to tear up because you just never know what you're gonna get. There's some really sassy stuff in there. So I'm thinking, I usually go to the right side. I think I am still. I don't know why, when I open a spread, I always end up wanting to do something on the right side. And I think I still am. So I'm going to, I think I'm just gonna glue this. No, maybe I'll just tear it up. I don't know. Maybe I'll just glue that down. That's a better idea. So I'm just gonna get some matte medium and I'm gonna take that and kind of collage it down. I'll take some matte medium on the back and then some matte medium on the front. This way it'll get it nice and secure. I have a bucket of like dirty brushes over here, but this is another really nice, it's by Catalyst. So if you're familiar with like the carving tools and stuff like that, so it's a nice wide brush. It's actually one of my favorites to paint on large canvases with, but for something like this, it'll apply it all over. And I don't care about it really being that straight, but it needs to be on the page. And then, you know, if you start from the center and work out, it does lessen the air bubbles, but I'm not really paying too much attention to that. I don't really care. I like texture, I like the collage effect, so if it did matter, you'd want to just kind of work from the center out nice and fluid to get the air bubbles. And you can put like pressure, you can even use a bone folder. You'll see I'm just taking this out of the brush, just taking out some air bubbles, but yeah. All right, so that's in there. I'll let that dry and then I'll come back. All right, so I'm still working from those paper rolls. Like I said, I have a ton of them that I've been hoarding and I'm just kind of enjoying using them. But if you have paper scraps, when I transitioned out of scrapbooking for about the first 3 years of my transition, I had them everywhere and then I just decided, you know what, these are better utilized at somebody else's house, so I did kind of donate them. So I don't have as many 12 by 12 scrapbooking paper scraps, but I do have hordes of other things to use, but this is a great opportunity to use up the stuff you have. I also think, I know that in, you know, this side of the world that school is over for summer, but kids' schoolwork is a great thing to use since you're probably not going to keep it forever, but it's kind of fun to put into your work. Of course, my daughter is sitting in the room and I keep your artwork forever, honey. All right, so two things here. So I think I want to hand cut a heart from this. So I want it about that big for right now. And I am just going to tear this and then just make sure that it fits in there. And I might need to cut it down, whatever. But you could also, instead of hand cutting it, take a punch and punch out a heart. That happens to be a large punch, but I am going to just kind of go in. Underneath this paper is a cutting mat, so I know that I can go ahead into there. It will mess up the paper, but that's okay. I can change the paper. And I'm gonna try to make a heart. I try to freehand it. Actually, it'd probably be easier on the back side. And I want it to be kind of, that's a really bad dull knife. Oh wow, that can't even cut paper. I'll be back, I gotta change my knife. Let's try this again, because I changed the knife, but that was kind of fallacious. Oh yeah, look at that. That works so much better when there's not glue stuck to it. I probably should have done like the whole kindergarten type part. Fold the paper in half. This could be a colossal, epic heart failure. That's fun. Yeah, I don't like that. No, that's too good. Let's try again. And then you're like, oh my God, I'm not throwing it away. I'm just putting it over there for now. I actually did that another time and I think smaller was better. So hopefully this works. Now that I put all this effort in, I want to kind of tear it away and kind of roll it up, make it grungy. So I'm just gonna kind of try to cut lines in it. You'll see me taping the paper. It's because it tears away, it moves when I'm doing this. I probably should have just gotten a cutting board thing, but I didn't. So my idea is that I will be able to kind of pull these back and kind of grunge them up and they'll still look like a heart-ish thing. So just see if my cutting abilities worked. And I want to kind of grunge them up. Maybe I should just really go in and just kind of do this. Oh my God, I can't believe I just did that. Just totally took that paper and crumpled it up. I don't know what I'm going to get now. That was not where I thought I was going, but I went there. Oh, but that's fun. In a non-heart looking way, that's fun. Where'd that piece go? Oh, there it is. That helps. Maybe I should crumple it up again. I kind of... like that, and I'm thinking, I don't know how to do it. I think I'm just gonna try my best. But this is frayed burlap in the distress ink, and I'm just gonna try to get the edges of this. I have no idea what I'm doing. That was such an off-the-cuff thing. That was weird. This could work or totally end badly, but I think I want to tear this like smaller around it, but if I tear too much, it could tear into the heart, which clearly just took me several minutes to do. So let's just be very kind of calm and try to tear that away slowly. So I've got that, and that kind of worked the way I thought it would without naturally being what I thought it was. So I've got other papers here, and I might add these strips in somewhere, but I'm thinking I kind of like that brown. Or I could even go craft, just general craft, plain craft. I gotta think about it. All right, so now I've kind of pulled this about, just some plain brown craft paper. Basically, it's like a lunch bag, some green. I don't like the fact that pizza is like in there. Maybe a different piece of book text. I mean, I don't necessarily need pizza. Well, this one has antidepressants. Well, either one of those are good. I've just kind of found a new page of text. It's not necessarily that much better, but it just doesn't focus on pizza. So I know that's silly, but that would have bothered me down the road. And you just need to know. It's going to bother you. You just need to know. Take it out. I think I'm just going to play around a little bit with layering. I don't really know where I'm going with this, to be honest. So I'm thinking, what if I just move forward to start layering some stuff? I think I might add some black paint or start painting on top of this, believe it or not. But for right now, I just don't really know where I'm going or where it's going to be. So I figure let's just start playing around and see where it kind of leads me. That's the best way to get lost. I have one of those what if moments. What if I used modeling paste? And I know you're thinking that's crazy talk. Well, what if this little flourishy guy, this is the, what is this one? Flourish number 1. That, where did I put my heart? Was kind of inside that. I do like that. So I think I'm going to put a little bit of that, and I think I'm going to put modeling paste around it, going into matte medium. This is the light modeling paste. I think I'm going to actually encapsulate that. I know, I have too many thoughts going through my head. Just trust me on this. Just stay with me here. I'm going to call that modeling paste dry enough. And I'm thinking I want to put that here, but I'm thinking to camouflage the edges with modeling paste. I know, does that sound weird? Maybe I should tack it down first. I kind of want it like smushy. Oh. Oh, it just went out. One moment, please. Oh, it's back. That was a test, just to see. So maybe I'll just use the modeling paste to move it around. Because I could do that too. How about that? But I don't glue it, but I'm using that modeling paste. This could totally end so badly. It could. We're just going to go for it. I'm not really sure what just happened, but it makes me incredibly happy. And there's gonna have to be glaze that goes over this, but this is gonna take forever to dry, and I don't know what happened with the tape. All of a sudden I started picking up tape, so that was kind of an outer body experience. Hopefully you can pick all that up on the camera, but yeah, that's pretty cool. I don't know how I got there. Lord knows this will take a little while to dry, so I'm just gonna go answer a couple emails, come back when this is dry, and continue glaze. But just to be safe, I'm gonna put another layer of matte medium. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I don't want the paper to absorb the color. I want it to be able to sit on top and collect in areas. So I'm just going to put a light coat of matte medium. I'm more worried like over here than anywhere else. So I just want that, put that on. I'm gonna try not to get it stuck down because that's not what I wanna do. And then I will come back and glaze. All right, so this has been sitting most of the day, and I've kind of gone out and come back in. So I am gonna put up a glaze together with some raw umber and some glazing liquid. And then I'm gonna back and I'm gonna go over some areas with the glaze. So I'm just gonna make a little 50-50 mixture here. Little raw umber, little acrylic glazing. If I can open it up, and it's about 50-50. And then I'm gonna be a little cautious because I'm not sure what it's gonna look like. So I'm just gonna put it on a little area and wait. I'm gonna not do that one first. Just gonna see what I get over here. Wait about a minute and I'm just gonna wipe it back. I'm assuming over here it's not gonna be too muddy. I mean, it's on brown, so it's just gonna be a little bit of a grunge. So I'm gonna go ahead and just keep going with this glaze and just see what I get. I'll put it on, I'll wait about a minute and I'll wipe it off and I'll just time lapse it all. That's it for about a minute. I'm gonna wipe that back. So I'm gonna use one of my food brush pens here. These are really cool because they're like paint in a water brush, but it's ink. It is not permanent. So this is gonna be the last thing I wanna do on here, and I probably should zoom in just a little bit. But I'm just gonna write a quote. And I'm gonna write, sometimes following your heart means losing your mind. And I'm just gonna write that hopefully here and hopefully cute. If not, it's just gonna be what it is, right? I'm gonna go outside and just spray a little fixative on this. That's just because I know in the end I wanna put wax on this just to make sure it doesn't stick when it gets humid so my pages aren't ooky. So in order for me to put the wax on here, the wax has, you know, moisture in it and it would actually smudge all the writing. So if I spray it, it'll stay there without smudging. I kind of went into this thinking, I don't know what I'm doing, where's it going? I had kind of an idea. This might be my favorite page yet. I'm smitten with myself. I am. So I'm gonna put the date on there with my little brown hole, and today is July 22nd. And yeah, I'm a little excited. And I think I might distress the edges a bit, get my tiny attacher and staple that down. So that is it for this Inspiration Wednesday. I'm elated with this, and this is just for you, Renee Logan. See you next time.